If we were the sole users of a computer and a network, then we would probably grant ourselves unrestricted access to everything the web has to offer. But in many circumstances, networks and sometimes computers are shared by multiple people, and sometimes those people try to go to places they shouldn't and either ruin your computer with viruses or ruin their minds with other things. So here I'm going to show you a few ways to filter and control what people can and can't see on your computer network. If all you have is a single computer and you just use one browser, then finding some type of parental control or URL blocking plugin for your browser is relatively easy. But what if you want to block websites for all browsers on your computer? Well, a good solution for this comes from a free utility called OpenDNS, which is a fast DNS server that can let you set filters on your internet traffic. So go to their website and click on the sign up button for a free version and create a new account. Then it'll give you options for how to set it up on your computer. Select which set of steps best fits your circumstance and then set up your DNS settings. When you're through, click Next at the bottom. If everything worked correctly, you should see this page. Then click Open DNS Dashboard at the bottom. The next page will have you add your home IP address to their system. So click the Add This Network button, give it a name, and then click Done. When it's added, just click on the IP address name to adjust the settings. At the top of the page, you can select how secure you want your filtering level to be, and at the bottom you can add specific websites to block. For instance, if you wanted to block YouTube, just type in the YouTube web address and click Add Domain. After about 4 minutes, you should see a message like this every time you try to go to YouTube. Now let's say that you want to control web content for more than just your computer, such as the content for an entire network. The simplest way to do this is to filter out content as it hits your router before it's relayed to the computers. Most routers have content controls built in. To check yours, type in the router's IP address into your web browser. Most IP addresses are either 192.168.1.1 or 10.0.0.1. Then it should prompt you for a username and password. If you didn't set up a username and password, you can find the default one for your router at this website. Your router will probably look different than mine, but basically you want to see if it has a content filtering section. If it does, you can probably do things such as block sites by adding keywords or domains to the filter. Or some may even allow you to block services such as games, instant messengers, FTP, and things like that. So far we've covered how to block basic web traffic like websites or services, but what if you want full control over all web traffic, such as blocking certain downloads, viewing how often a website is visited, or blocking websites only certain hours of the day? Well, if your router supports it, then what you need is a free program called Webmon found at the website below. Click to download the free trial and then click on Download Now. After signing up, you should see this page where you want to download the GFI Web Monitor 2009 version. Upon installation, the defaults will work for most of the screens. You'll need to enter in your computer admin username and password, however. If you don't have a password that you use to log into Windows, then you'll need to create one. When it's through installing, select the Simple Proxy mode and click Next. On the next screen, copy down your IP address and your port and then click Finish. Be sure to read the user documentation provided to make sure that this works with your router. I'll be using a Linksys WRT54 router. So log into your router and find the access restrictions or filtering options. You want to create a new policy that adds restrictions to your network. So click Enable and type in a policy name. Then click Edit List of PCs and set the IP range from 0 to 255 and click Save. Then click the Deny radio button and click Save again. Then go to your browser options and click to edit the network settings. You want to select to create a manual proxy and then enter in the information that you copied down from the installation and click OK and then click OK again. You'll need to do this for every browser that you want to go through the filtering process. Now start up the Webmon program and you can start adding sites to the white list to allow access to them and to the black list if you want to deny access. If you want to block certain types of websites, you can click on the WebGrade database and at the bottom type in a website and click check URL to find out what type of website it is. Then go to Web Filtering Policies and click on Add Policy. Type in a name and a description, and then you can also select specific times of the day that you want this policy to be in effect. Click on the Web Filtering tab and select the category type that you want to block and click Block. Then click on the Applies To tab and enter in a user, group, or IP address that this rule applies to and click Save. Now if you go to any of the web browsers that you set up and try to access one of those websites, then you should see a message like this. Similarly, you can click on the Download Control Policies and block certain types of downloads as well. There's a lot more that you can do with this program that's a lot of fun to mess around with, but it's only really beneficial if you have your own network and there's more than one computer on it. If you guys know of any more tips, feel free to post them below. Be sure to check out tinkernut.com on Facebook and Twitter. Alright, that's it for this tutorial. For more, go to tinkernut.com.